How's it going, everybody? I'm here with Skyra today. He's come over to laugh at my ability to redstone. And I want to show you what I worked out, and then he's going to try to do it better. Basically, I watched a video by a guy named Quack Please and learned how to do this, minus this here. Give me this. And basically, this is a pulse emitter. It'll emit one pulse when it gets a redstone signal. And I added this lever to it, which is basically a shutoff for it. So this thing can do all it needs all at once, and it does nothing unless you shut this off. Then it'll go back to work. Thank you, Mathmo, for your assistance. So I worked that out, and then I decided I was going to try to get it to work down here. And this is the pain in the butt part that's taken me like the last hour. Basically, what I have here, where's my crowbar here? Pop this out of here and pop this out of here. This is a progress sensor, which, you know what? I need to check something. I do believe if I use a magnifying glass, where'd I put the magnifying glass? I had a magnifying glass. Where the hell did I put it? Damn it. Why do I lose everything? There it is. I think I can tell what it is without popping it off with this magnifying glass.
No idea.
Emits weak redstone, redstone scales up. Okay, so it does tell you what it's set at, but it doesn't tell you what it is. So, need to have Greg add that to where it says what it is, in case you need to check one of your setups. Anyways, that goes on there like that. And then throw this in here. On the back here is an item detector set to equals, and it's inverted down there. You can see the signal there. And I'm running this off of kerosene now, which works really, really nice. Now I light this up. It's going to send a signal whenever, wait a minute, when I took that off it reset it. Hold on. Ain't that supposed to be, yeah. That's supposed to not be sending a signal right now, if I remember correctly. Where's that screwdriver? Scales down is the way I do believe it's supposed to be. Let's see. Alright, it's got one left in there. And when it gets done, the other side, the left hand, will get shut off. And now the progress sensor pulses once. And now when it gets all done, it should pulse again, and it'll jerk my butt up in the air. Okay, off, back on, and back off. And that means that the smelter is completely done. So that did exactly what it's supposed to do. So it'll automatically shut it off. And I'll show you what all I did down here. Basically, that's running from the running. This is running from the progress. This is the shut off for the pulse system right here. I had to put in this redstone wire because it was staying lit with regular redstone. And this doesn't stay lit that way. And then this is the pulse system, which is split between the comparator and the repeater. The repeater has to be set on 4 for this to work. And then the comparator does the does the delay system, which runs over here to both of these pistons, because it's basically set to shut them both off. I'm going to work out how to duplicate this on the other side. Right now I got the problem of my ejecting from the mixer being in the way of putting the second sensor on, but I'm gonna have to remove that. Now he says he can do it better, so we're gonna let him try. So here's my wire cutter tool if you need it. There's my screwdriver, and he's got this worked out. At least he says he has it worked out. We're gonna see if we can figure it out. Let's see, we got 5 copper in here, we've got 20 redstone, so we'll do redstone, and then I'll just have to put another copper in. So the way it works right now is the thing will be turned off, so you can't light it unless there's something in there. So that'll light up this whole thing, because this is set to greater than 0. So now, I need my lighter back, by the way. He already broke his flint and tinder, so I had to use my lighter. So light it up, and we had to use repeaters up here because it was giving some kind of weird delay with the red alloy, and you'll see now we have 24 instead of 20, and you didn't hear the machine go crrr. So it got all 4 done and it shut it off. And this is set to emit strong redstone and redstone scales up. Both the repeaters are set to first position, that way they're just basically relaying the signal at full strength. And then these come down here, which light this. Wait a minute. Does that really work like that? The torch was on the side. I thought the power had to go into the block, not over top of it. But that basically goes down and shuts them off. Let me go grab a piece of copper here real quick. And we'll throw it in there. And watch the bottom side so you can see what the pistons are doing. If powers redstone on top of that block, it powers redstone on top of that block. So that'll turn that torch off. I always thought you had to invert it by putting the power into the block, like on the back side or the side or whatever. I didn't know you could actually just run it over the top. Alright, so that drops it down. And yeah, it definitely did. Huh. So I'll come down here and you'll see as soon as that gets done that this light will go off, and that'll send the pistons up. Redstone goes a lot quicker than copper, by the way. And there you go. That's how it works. So that's the 2 different ways that we've worked this out, both with a progress sensor and an item meter. We tried it with a running sensor, but we found out that the running sensor is on if the machine has power, not if it's actually doing something. So that did not work. So there's the 2 ways we have worked out. This one takes a little bit less to do, a little bit less room than my way with the comparators and stuff, but mine doesn't have to have repeaters up here in the way. But I will have to say that at least his way I can check the sensor, where with Greg's I can't, or the way I did it, because Greg's wire in this bounding box that I don't like, which Greg don't like me complaining about his bounding boxes, but they're a pain in the ass. So that's part 2. Hope you enjoyed. Hope it helps you in trying to automate these things. Now we just got to see if we can work out how to do it on this side to shut this one off independently of this one. That way we're not wasting our fuel by having one run that doesn't need to be. But to do that, we got to figure out how to get the output from this mixer somewhere else. So when we get that worked out, we'll come back and let you know. And I'll probably do a full video of showing the whole setup when we get it done. So have a good one.